Their most recent starts. Backslapper, a recent Epsom trial winner, comes up into the line, resuming today. And Let's Cut Loose is going to complete the line now for the first of the day. So Let's Cut Loose is ready and they're set. Ready. Off they go at the 1400. Holterman bounded away brilliantly down towards the inside. Zuccarino sped out of the gates to sit on his outside early. Backslapper showing a bit of pace, holding onto the rail third with Tallura Touch outside at 3 wide going forward, and Let's Cut Loose in the centre. About 2 lengths to He's Regal, Bright Spot, and last of all Starbinder. Zuccarino had worked to the lead before the 1000, led by a length and a quarter. Tallura Touch, a neck away Holterman the inside. 1 then to Let's Cut Loose, racing fourth on the outside, a couple of lengths. Backslapper inside He's Regal. 2 lengths to Bright Spot and a half length to Starbinder last of all. At the 800 metres now, Zuccarino controlling the race, out 3/4 Tallura Touch. A length and a half to Holterman on the inside of Let's Cut Loose. A length and a half away on the outside, He's Regal. Backslapper 3/4 back on the rails, being followed by Bright Spot inside Starbinder. They're inside the 600 metres, nearing the turn. Zuccarino the leader, just on a length Tallura Touch, a length Holterman on the rail. Let's Cut Loose a half the outside. 1.5 to He's Regal and Backslapper, and then a gap Starbinder, Bright Spot. Zuccarino came round the bend, a length in front of Tallura Touch and then Holterman. Let's Cut Loose and He's Regal pulled to the outside under the whip, but Zuccarino slipped 2 in front down to the 200 now. Holterman getting up inside Tallura Touch, and then Let's Cut Loose on the outside, but Zuccarino the leader. Oliver snuck a look over his shoulder. He's holding Tallura Touch and Let's Cut Loose at bay, and the favourite Zuccarino cruises down to the line to beat Tallura Touch by a length and 3/4. A length and a quarter away third as Let's Cut Loose in front of Holterman, then Backslapper and He's Regal together from Starbinder, and Bright Spot was last of all.
Beautifully rated in front.
Oh, wasn't that nice and comfortable for the favourite? Number 1, Zuccarino, ridden by Damien Oliver, and gives Matthew Allerton his first Metropolitan success. Field just about ready. Follow Gold coming up. Goes into the stall on the outside, and the fillies are ready for the Blue Diamond Prelude. All set. Off and racing now. Dancino began reasonably in the middle of the line. Follow Gold and Wild Rocket out very fast on the outside. Settling just behind them then is Denari and Rose's Joy from Piccadilly Circus. Compulsion getting back to third last, followed by Pardeur and Dancino the outside last of all. At the 800, Wild Rocket went through and led. Denari a neck away second. Rose's Joy 3/4 back third, and Piccadilly Circus fourth on the inside, and then Follow Gold, a length Compulsion. A length and a half to Dancino and Pardeur last of all at the 500, nearing the turn now. And Wild Rocket about a neck on Denari, a length and a half Piccadilly Circus on the inside of Rose's Joy. Follow Gold next, and then Compulsion, who's travelling okay. 5 from the leader, needing a run. Can get up on the inside as Piccadilly Circus leaves the rail now. She's getting into the clear. Wild Rocket led from Denari, who's popped the question at the 200. Here's Piccadilly Circus, sprinting very quickly. Piccadilly Circus had raced to the lead inside the 200. Compulsion is following her through now, but Piccadilly Circus booted 2 in front of Compulsion. Piccadilly Circus holding her at bay, and Piccadilly Circus by a half Compulsion. 2 lengths away third, a photo either Denari the inside or Follow Gold in front of Rose's Joy, and then came Dancino. Back behind them Pardeur, and Wild Rocket after leading has finished last of all. Well, there is a class ride. Piccadilly Circus ridden by Rye Hero to complete the line, and they're all set to go at the 1100 metres. Classic Day 1 from the outside. Off they go. Classic Day was one of the first to bounce out from Checkmore. Centervilla's mustering good pace in the early part. Elegant Lass getting back as she does in company there with Blazing Reality and Virtual Reality. Settling down, Centerville is working to the lead. Out a half length to Checkmore at the 800. 2 lengths to Classic Day, nicely placed outside Kiora Star. Another length and a half or 2 back to Rye Hero. 2 Elegant Lass on the inside, and then Virtual Reality 3 deep, and Blazing Reality last in the centre. Heading to the 500, Centre V hasn't torn away from them today. Steadily out in front, a length clear on Checkmore second. A length to Classic Day. Kiora Star ridden along fourth the inside. Elegant Lass getting off the fence from Rye Hero when they corner. Centre V 2 in front of Checkmore. Classic Day pulled to the outside. Rye Hero running on fairly well, and then Elegant Lass when they get to the 200. Centre V a half to Checkmore. Classic Day. Big gap for Elegant Lass to come through, and Rye Hero the outside with Blazing Reality very late coming home. Rye Hero at the front. Blazing Reality ducked in, might be costly. Rye Hero holds him at bay. Rye Hero 3/4, Blazing Reality. A length away third, Elegant Lass in front of Checkmore. Classic Day couldn't go on. Back behind them, Centre V, and then came Virtual Reality, and the New Zealander Kiora Star dropped out to last. Greg Childs has taken out the third of the day. Blazing Reality second and Elegant Lass third. Third of the day, time 1 minute 2.8. 1 minute 2.8. The fillies running 1.1 slower in the previous event, the 2-year-olds. The open sprinters, Rye Hero taking it out. Well, being cleared and they're all set to go. Blue Diamond Prelude for the Colts and Geldings. Racing now. Chavog began reasonably down in gate number 4. Coup de Grace, one of the first out. Mr. Innocent began very quickly. Special Edition is going fast through the first 200 metres and Chavog getting up inside it. All Theatre got onto heels there and lost a bit of ground. Paris Dream went forward on the outside to be in the first 5. Back behind them, Prowl. They're being followed then by Slavonic, and over on the outside is Minimal, a length and a half to Smart Banker. Theatre getting well back after that interference. Followed by Benazé on the inside of Typhoon and 4 to Drinking. Chavog had moved up to Coup de Grace before the turn. They're just about together. A length and a half to Mr. Innocent. Outside Special Edition. 2 lengths Minimal deep around Paris Dream and then Prowl. Behind them Smart Banker and Slavonic. Into the straight now. And the Sydney 2-year-old Chavog had raced to the lead over Coup de Grace, and they're 2 in front of Special Edition. Prowl getting up near the inside, but the 200 now. And Cassidy's pulled the whip on Chavog. He can't get away. Prowl is getting up on the inside. Prowl is having a crack at Chavog. It's Chavog tackled by Prowl. Prowl sprints through on the inside, and it's Prowl going on to win by 2 lengths. Photo the Miners. Now a Special Edition and Chavog have hit it locked together in a blanket photo there. Smart Banker is with them from Mr. Innocent wider out. Next, Benazé, Coup de Grace and Slavonic. They were followed further back in the field then by Drinking, Minimal, with those Mr. Innocent. Behind them, Paris Dream Theatre and Typhoon towards the end. Last to go in. Open the hatch goes in. All set. Light flashing away at the 2,000 metres, about to go. Off they go now. Sovereign Squall began well with Count Venetian and Fully Royal to the inside. Away quickly is Suavity going up outside Count Venetian and then Proud Poet when they settle down. With Royal Caliph next over on the inside. Voodoo Beat settling a good way back in the field. Fully Royal racing to the lead early over Sovereign Squall at the 1600. Suavity up a half length away third. Portland Patch moving up 2 lengths back fourth outside Count Venetian. Another 2 lengths break in the field. Royal Caliph over on the inside. With it Private Income and Open the Hatch caught 3 wide. 2 lengths back then came True Version over on the inside rail, or True and Easy I should say, and back there with it there is Proud Poet and Voodoo Beat last of all. Heading to the 1200 metres on top of the hill and Fully Royal out in front. Out by about 2.5 lengths now to Sovereign Squall, a length away third is Suavity, a length and a half Count Venetian, a neck to over on the outside Portland Patch holding down 5th placing. 2 lengths break to Open the Hatch covering ground around the outside of Private Income and Royal Caliph, then 2 lengths to Voodoo Beat a good way back and back towards the end True and Easy on the inside and Proud Poet. They're below the 1,000 metres now onto the railway side. Fully Royal in front, a length to Sovereign Squall. On the outside third is Suavity, 2 lengths back Count Venetian, then Portland Patch on the outside followed by Open the Hatch, Royal Caliph and then Private Income. True and Easy getting up inside it. Voodoo Beat's never been on the track and Proud Poet as last of all when they came down the side. 600 out. Fully Royal being tackled by Sovereign Squall, who strode to the lead a long way from home. Suavity goes with him now, half a length away second. Fully Royal is gone. Portland Patch coming around the outside with Count Venetian. They're clear of Royal Caliph, True and Easy and Open the Hatch when they corner. Sovereign Squall first into the bend, led by more than a length to Suavity, Count Venetian. Portland Patch on the outside and then Royal Caliph and Open the Hatch out wider. Sovereign Squall at the 200 the leader. Count Venetian on the rail. Suavity can't go on. Royal Caliph with a run, but Sovereign Squall in front, led by 2 lengths to Royal Caliph. Sovereign Squall is being tackled by Royal Caliph. It pulls out enough. Sovereign Squall by 3/4 to Royal Caliph, a length and a half to Count Venetian, who just held third from Suavity, and then Open the Hatch. Behind them Voodoo Beat, Portland Patch, True and Easy, followed further back in the field then by Proud Poet, Private Income and Fully Royal back last of all. And victory for the first time in the city area for Kane Post, his first city winner on Sovereign Squall. Number one, Sovereign Squall, Kane Post. We wait Cut Up Rough and Tarn Purlane. Cut Up Rough is ready. All set. Ready. Racing in the C F Orr now. And Al Mansour first to bounce out of the barriers ahead of Special Dane. Stella Cadente away fast, and the 3-year-old settled out in the first 3 positions early. Ahead of Batavian, Cut Up Rough, Might and Power over on the inside. 2 lengths to Tarn Per Lane, and Doremus dropped out to be last of all. Al Mansour left alone in front, heading to the 1,000, more than a length up on Special Dane. A length and a half away Batavian, inside Stella Cadente. 2 lengths to Might and Power. He's outside Tarn Per Lane, and then Cut Up Rough, and a length away Doremus. Al Mansour to the railway side, more than a length in front. G here stole it out in front at the 800, led by a length. Special Dane is second. Third on the inside is Batavian from Stella Cadente. 2 lengths to Might and Power, 5th outside of Tarn Per Lane, a couple Doremus and Cut Up Rough at the 600 metres now. Damien Oliver dictating the race. Out in front on Al Mansour, led by more than a length. Special Dane is quickening up the tempo now. Stella Cadente 2 lengths away third, followed by Batavian, hard ridden, and then Might and Power under pressure. 5th, turning into the straight where Al Mansour shot 2.5 in front. Al Mansour raced away now from Special Dane. 3rd placing held down by Stella Cadente, and then Might and Power starting to warm to the task. At the 150 metre mark, Al Mansour is in front. Special Dane's having a crack at him. Special Dane's racing up to Al Mansour. Special Dane, Al Mansour, they go to the line. Special Dane won it. Special Dane a half head, Al Mansour, and Might and Power. Wasn't he coming home hard at the end to grab third? Few more bounds he might have won. Then Batavian. Back behind those to finish was Doremus, who ran on reasonably the rail from Stella Cadente, Tarn Per Lane and Cut Up Rough, last in the C F Orr.
That's a double to Brian Mayfield-Smith, the winner, number 7, Special Dane.
Special Dane is scored, written by Greg Childs. The judge has called for a photo, 122.52. 122.52 in the frame. Dane Quillo linked in, just about ready to go. Starter coming over to the platform now. All set and off now. Discretion reasonably out towards the inside. Drop Anchor was first to pounce, and away quickly Dane Quillo. Beijing Soy booting up along the inside of the pair of them. Settling 4th on the rail, then came Discretion, followed by on the outside Star of Rancho, and then Beijing Soy drifting back from Quiet Style at a couple of lengths to Western Reality. Mazaire led from Drop Anchor coming down the side, 2 lengths to Dane Quillo. A length away Discretion on the inside of Star of Rancho, and between those is Beijing Soy. 1 Quiet Style, 2 Western Reality nearing the turn. Mazaire a half, Drop Anchor, 3 Dane Quillo, and then Discretion niggled at 4th the inside of Star of Rancho. From Beijing Soy, Quiet Style and Western Reality passes it round the turn. Mazaire first into the straight. Drop Anchor cruised up on the outside cornering, and they're more than 2 lengths now to Discretion on the inside, and then Dane Quillo at the 200 metres, and now Drop Anchor goes to a clear lead, a length and a half in front. Mazaire can't go on. Discretion battling away with Dane Quillo. Drop Anchor at the 100, well clear. More than 2 lengths Dane Quillo and Discretion, and Drop Anchor. Drop Anchor wins it over a length. Bobbing go the Miners, give it to Discretion, a nose in front of Dane Quillo. Clear of Mazaire, Quiet Style, Beijing Soy, Western Reality and Star of Rancho.
9, Drop Anchor, a very confident ride there. 7.50.
Drop Anchor, Brent Stanley. Gee, wasn't it travelling at the home turn? And it's won comfortably on the line.
7, Dane Quillo, 170.
Number 9, Drop Anchor, B. Stanley first. Time is 1 minute 3.79. Photo for the minor end of the prize. Not much in it there. Discretion and Dane Quillo. Just a bob of the head. Discretion's got it, number 3 for second. And third, number 7, Dane Quillo. So 9, 3 and 7. 9, 3 and 7 official on race 7. Here's Miss Dugar coming to the outside barrier now. The field is set for dispatch. And racing, Blue Storm jumped away okay. Aussie Cozzy the first to bounce out. Gladden got away well, and Kalimna getting up on the inside. Miss Dugar went forward in the first 4 or 5. Passing the 1100 metres, Aussie Cozzy led from Blue Storm, going up a half length away second. 2 lengths to Gladden, Miss Dugar the outside, Kalimna back on the rails fifth. Then 2 lengths Tonicity from Plot and Glitzy last of all by 2. They're inside the 800 and the Flying Grey Aussie Cozzy, the leader, a length in front of Blue Storm. 2 lengths to Miss Dugar going up to third, wide out. Gladden between horses and Kalimna on the rail. 1 Tonicity, a half to Plot, and 2 lengths to Glitzy last at the 500. Aussie Cozzy the leader, 3/4 on Blue Storm and Miss Dugar 3 deep. In behind them a length and a half away came Gladden outside Kalimna, and Tonicity coming around the outside clear of Plot and Glitzy. Into the straight now, Aussie Cozzy first for home. Blue Storm about to be called on by Cassidy, hasn't let it down yet. Aussie Cozzy now tackled by Blue Storm. Miss Dugar on the outside is sticking on grimly. Cassidy went for the whip on Blue Storm. Miss Dugar running a heck of a race on the outside. In fact, she's taken the lead, Miss Dugar from Blue Storm, and Miss Dugar will be too good. Wins it over a length to Blue Storm and 2 lengths away third. A photo, give it to Plot, just in front of Aussie Cozzy. Clear of Gladden, Glitzy, Tonicity never came into it, and Kalimna back at the tail of the field.
Brent Stanley, 2 copyrights in a row.
Well, 2 wins for Brent Stanley and a double for Matthew Ellerton. Number 5, Miss Dugar first.
Plot number 7, $1.80 in the photo.
She's been a bit too strong for Blue Storm. Blue Storm tasting defeat for the first time in her career, but at the hands of Miss Dugar, who was well weighted.